Hello, my name is Sundaram, and this is my PSC 103 lesson project. And the topic that I will be teaching you guys today is talking about the plate that we in SLO live on, and what happens at each of its boundaries. Here we go. Oh, I need to present. All right. So San Luis Obispo sits very close to the boundary between two major tectonic plates, and these plates are the Pacific Plate and the North American Plate. And the Pacific Plate is moving northwest, while the North American Plate is moving a little more slowly. So because of this, California is very geologically active, and that just means we have a lot of earthquakes in California. And then SLO technically is on the Pacific Plate side. Right. What is a plate boundary? So plate boundaries are the edges where the tectonic plates are interacting. There are three main types of boundaries. The transform boundary, which is where the plates slide past each other. And then convergent boundaries, which is where the plates collide. And then the divergent boundaries, which is where the plates move apart from each other. So the first boundary that we'll talk about is the transform boundary. The most important boundary for us in San Luis Obispo is the transform boundary. And here the Pacific Plate slides past the North American Plate, and this movement happens along the San Andreas Fault. And because the plates don't move past each other smoothly, stress builds up and is released in earthquakes. The next boundary will be convergent boundaries, and at convergent boundaries, plates move towards each other. One plate is often forced underneath the other in the process called subduction, and this can create volcanoes and mountain ranges. And while this isn't happening directly in SLO, it did shape other parts of California and is very common in other places. So now we're going to talk about the last boundary, which is divergent boundaries. And divergent boundaries are plates that move away from each other. And when this occurs, magma rises from below and creates a new crust. And then this is common at mid-ocean ridges, like in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So, yeah. So why does this matter for us? This matters because plate movements directly affect our lives, and us living in California, we experience a lot of frequent earthquakes, and we are on a transform boundary as well, so that means more earthquakes for us. There are several faults near SLO as well, which means the activity is something to be aware of. So that's why we were always growing up would practice our duck and cover drills and stuff like that. So yeah. And then in summary, SLO sits at the boundary between the Pacific and North American plates. And the main interaction here is a transform boundary, which causes the earthquakes. And the other types of boundaries, like convergent and divergent, are still important to know about, and they help shape the earth in many different ways to what it is today. And yeah, thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope this helps for anyone who's studying for this celebration.